Peace and blessings, beloved black family. This is your brother Abdul Adu, aka Questman, host of your show this evening or this afternoon, Soul Journey of Life, Conscious Black Social Media. Okay, so let's begin. Welcome. I'd like to start off by saying, in beginning, in the name of the God, the compassionate, the merciful. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, hotep, peace be with you. So, I'd like to greet and acknowledge the family in the room here. I see our sister K Money and Corletta. Peace and blessings. I'd like to give a few quick shout outs to our brother Major TV and our beloved sister Cody Speaks. I also like to give acknowledgement, shout out to a good brother, Black Nation, and AT, and of course Boss Man's out there, and of course our honored Grandmaster J and the NFAC family. I'd like to give a shout out to all those black brothers and sisters out there representing the cause. Let's just put it right here. How's that? Asante Sana. Okay. So, again, I have nothing but love and respect to all the black soldiers all across the globe representing the cause, staying on code, keeping the unity going on, keeping the faith going on, and staying strong. Today, as you know, or may have known, our title, and yes, indeed, peace. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam, our dear sister Lorraine. I see you coming in. And I see our dear sister Dee Marie. Got to make sure I acknowledge because when I went to the meeting, the after meeting or whatnot, one of the sisters came up and says, "Brother, how come I'm always greeting you on the live and you don't ever say nothing?" I'm like, "Really? I did that?" And I was like, "Well, what's your name?" She told me her name, and I said, "Oh, I get so busy that I see the names and I see all these things. I'm not always looking at the chat. So I've been trying to get in the habit of keeping a good eye on the chat. So I got the camera right here and the chat feed right there. So hopefully, when I see something, it'll catch my eye and I can kind of respond, on call, staying on code. So let me go over here real quick. There was something. Oh, well, anyway, title of this is To the Warriors in the Streets. This here is a message to the warriors in the streets, and I'll get to that in just a second, just a moment. But before I do that, I'd like to go ahead and put forth, a few updates, a few things that have been going on in recent events. And the reason why I'm doing this, I don't intend to be some kind of news anchor or something like that, but I like to sort of keep the family up to date as we're talking and breaking bread and building like this on the things that have been, that are out there, the things that are happening. Peace and blessings, Althea. Yes, indeed. So by doing that, that way when I'm talking, nobody's like, well, what is he talking about? What do you mean? What's going on? But you know, ideally we get on the same page. So with that said, um, as you know, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, there's been some events going on, and also on behalf of my one of my sons, I'd like to greet the family as he's making his voice known in the background there. So as I mentioned, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, there has been some demonstrations from different black groups, identifying them as armed black groups, demonstrating, regarding the right to bear arms and what have you. And so, different groups were going on down there representing, their cause on behalf of, the black family in accordance to, whatever, principles um, and values they adhere to. So, I'm one of those that represent, the black cause wherever we are. So I want to definitely, demonstrate some form of respect to all those who were involved, that who's in heart, who in their heart um, was a true uh, motivation, you know, to put their boots in the ground down there. I'm talking about those in whose hearts is some kind of sincerity. You understand? I'd like to say everybody's on the same page, but everybody's not when it comes to this sincerity thing. Um, we don't realize that we all have unique parts to play. That's what it seems, in my opinion. Um, that everybody isn't able to operate and do the same things at the same time. So, what ends up happening is that when when one of us is not able to show up or do something in the way that another person thinks that should happen, we end up having slandering going on, belittling things on the public arena that should be discussed behind closed doors. You understand? And the byproduct of this is counterproductive to black unity. So I'm encouraging the black family that if you went to Tulsa, black power. If you didn't and weren't able to go to Tulsa for whatever the reason, still black power. If you're out there or in there and you're about that cause for black unity, wherever you are, whatever your reasons for going, whatever your reasons for not being able to go, black power, period. That's the mentality. Stop being petty over what someone else is doing and not doing, and pay attention to what you're doing. Keep your focus on what you're doing. Are you where you need to be? Are you doing what you need to be doing? If you are, then again, black power. But if you're not, you need to look in the mirror and check your own self out. Peace and blessings. Those coming in, Mary, Sun Temple. Yes, indeed. Peace and blessings. Okay. So, part my other son, who you can now hear in the background, not too happy that he's got to go to the playroom. Wow. Hold on a second. Let me take a father break just a second here so that I can respond to the needs of the tiny tot. I'll be right back. In the meantime, In the meantime, go ahead and rock to this.
In this life we have only one tribe. Only one tribe.
Must have a liberation. United black comedic nation. That's the situation.
Black sisters to the right, black brothers to the left. Original cold black fist against my chest. Brave, bold, and cold. They be the warriors. Salute to the soldiers. Salute to the soldiers. Black unity, black family. It's time for you and me to start the gathering. Just be black, unite, we clap black. Little rock and roll, stay on cold. Gotta have that. NFAC operation, nation fish. United black principles. In its sense, all for the pride of the people. Breaking the chains of the evil. Devilish dust to well as we break the chains I get up in. 400 years of pain. Insane always come to an end. But when we get strong, come marching on your lawn. Signs of the last day, what you waiting on? Come together, one million. Together, one million. We come together, 1 million strong. And it's all aboard. Come together, 1 million. We got to get together, 1 million. When we come together, 1 million strong. And it's all aboard. Come together, 1 million. We got to get it together, 1 million. When we come together, 1 million strong. And it's all aboard. Why? Every time we want unified to kill a lock up our leaders, cover up our lies, mace to the face, knees to the neck, who knew our flesh was worthy of disrespect. No, black men don't die. Even if we may try, we gotta rise. Restore the black family, strengthen ties, strengthen ties, strengthen ties. Holy hair, let not you despair. Remember who you are by the wool of your hair, the bronze of your skin from the head to the feet. 1 million strong black soldiers in the streets, unvisor to the west, setting in the east. The God of my chest against the mark of the beast. 1 million strong, we all I need is me. We all we need, the power of God is you. 1 million strong, come together. 1 million, together, get together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all aboard. Come together. 1 million, we got to get together. 1 million, when we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all aboard. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, when we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all aboard. Fear no evil, the God be amongst his people. Remove all labels, the black nation all equal. Consider this table black scholars. We stick to the Greek morals, remember my angels. Ignite the flames of history, spark all angels. Feed me parable to those mentally stable. Once was mighty evil, all as the chop down. Forgot the mighty tree had keys who broke and reclaimed the ground. If we thought we'd stay asleep, chest move family, keep a clear eye on the beast. Get off that mountain, go and tell it out the street. West man, the light stays on in the heat. Nobody move, nobody make a sound. One hit strong, standing on sacred ground. Another one in the arm just in case it goes down. You can, baby, pass it all around. 1 million strong, come together. 1 million, together, get it together. 1 million, we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all aboard. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, when we come together. 1 million strong, and it's all aboard. Come together. 1 million, we got to get it together. 1 million, when we come together. 1 million strong.
Okay. I have returned. Your brother has returned. Let's go ahead and do this. Boom. Okay. Peace and blessings. I'm back. Let's go ahead and get the cam on again. And do it like this. Okay. Yeah, the battle is on multiple fronts, including Baba's lap. Oh man, yes indeed. Okay, so yes indeed, but don't get too carried away with the battle on my lap. You understand? They like to make messes and everything else, and You know? Is that what you do? Is that what you do? Okay. Anyway, I'm just trying to make sure this other camera's off. Boom. Let's do it like that. All right. So, as I was saying, you know, if we're having an opportunity for black unity, that same opportunity is not the time for black destruction. Okay. Some of you are exposing your hand and your real intention by the words you speak. Nobody has to do it for you. You destroy yourself by the words you speak. You don't use an opportunity for black unity to destroy another black family. You understand? That's counterproductive. You know, it's not an opportunity to boast and brag about how much you did or where that you were some location or you did something and your brother didn't. You don't know another person's circumstances enough to be able to call someone out publicly, you know, with some type of negative criticism. You know, again, this is about black unity, not black division and destruction. So we need to be wise about what we say, because when we speak in a way that causes division, we expose our own ignorance and we expose our lack of wisdom regarding the things that bring about said unity. Focus on yourself. Focus on the things that you are doing and that you believe need to be done. Don't focus on what someone else is doing or not doing if it's not hindering what you're doing. Okay. All right. So I wanted to get that out of the way because, you know, every time I get on these lives and these YouTubes, you know, I keep crossing somebody that's got something to say about another brother, you know, and we're supposed to be there for each other. We're supposed to have each other's back, not to tear down. You understand? I'm not here to tear anybody down. That's why I'm not even calling out names. I'm not here to tear. You know who you are. You know what you do. You understand? If you're tearing somebody down, I'm talking to you. Negative people love drama. They love to stir up fire, enmity, confusion, misinformation, dirty laundry, not meant for the public. They love to slander. End it. Anyone can rank up for show. Anyone can rank up for show. But slandering your brother, trying to break down your brother, trying to expose your brother before the world, both the family and non-family, counterproductive. All counterproductive. Loyalty is hard won. Again, anyone can show up, can rank up for show. Loyalty is not because you claim you are loyal. Loyalty is not because you show up for a photo op moment. Loyalty is not just something you can, utilize to brag about later or use to tear someone else down. That's not loyalty. That's not for the cause. That's not loyalty to the cause. Your brother, whom you might disagree with, that's not the purpose of showing up for black unity, to tear him down or tear her down. That's not loyalty to the cause. Loyalty is where it needs to be when it needs to be. You understand? Again, we all have our own parts to play, and we all have our own circumstances that strengthen us where we can utilize that strength. And sometimes we have circumstances that hinder us from being able to operate as we would like. Also, sometimes some of us have a strategy for a bigger end game. You understand? That calls for us to be elsewhere to perform the proper steps needed for that end game. You don't know if you don't know someone else's game plan, if you don't know how someone else operates. They may not operate the way you operate. That doesn't mean they're not on code. That doesn't mean they're not in a position where they need to be. So again, loyalty is where it needs to be, when it needs to be. And responds responsibly towards its leadership. If the leader of anybody says stand down, the body stands down even if it disagrees with the order. It's not about how you feel. It's not about your opinions about the matter. It's about, can you stay on code? Can you take orders? Can you adhere strictly to these orders without stint? Can you stay on code? Even if the world tempts you with its advertisements of fame and show, with its attractions, with its lure to become famous and popularized, can you stay on code? Can you follow orders? Can you stay really about the cause? Can you stay true about the cause? Speaking and doing only that which unifies, and avoiding any words and actions that divide. Sometimes people do things to stir the pot of fire. Sometimes people do things to spread turmoil and cause confusion. Sometimes people do things exposing their hand, showing their intelligence or lack thereof. Sometimes people expose the fact that they are incapable of staying on code. Sometimes people expose the fact that they're really not about the cause. Incapable of following orders, incapable of being truly loyal to the cause. It takes a real warrior to stay on code. It takes real warriors to manifest loyalty. It takes real warriors to speak and act in ways that are not counterproductive to Black unity, not destructive to Black unity, not sparking the fuel of division and turmoil. So, I wanted to get that off my chest. That's my response to a lot of the things you'll see being published on social media today, YouTube, what have you, IG. You got IG being plastered with people attacking and attacking and attacking. And the last thing we need to be doing is attacking one another. Like I said, keep your disagreements, keep your differences of opinion between you and the person you have them with. The world doesn't need to know about them. When you publish them on YouTube, when you publish them on IG, people in China who don't even know anything about something can see it. People in Russia, people in Brazil, people wherever they are all in our business because you don't know how to stay on code. Because you don't know how to show respect to your own people. You're not about Black unity. You're about division. You're pretending. You're being exposed every time you open your mouth to attack your brother and sister. You're exposing yourself. All you want is attention. All you want is for people to lift you up and exalt you and recognize you. You understand? When you are really envious at the success of your brother. You see your brother getting all this, that, and the other, all kinds of honors, awards, certificates, hugs, appreciations, handshakes, and you can't stand that that's not you. So you have to artificially maneuver your way into some kind of limelight just so you can feel like you're somebody. Just stay on code. That's all you got to do, brother. You don't need to cry about anything. You don't need to attack your brother. You don't need to belittle your brother when your brother can't be where you are. You don't need to sit there and try to shame your brother and sisters. Just stay on code. Is it that hard? If you're really about the Black cause, just stay on code. So, to the warriors in the streets, dear brothers and sisters out there in the hoods, in the alleys, in the ways, This message is for you. What comes hereafter. To the brothers and sisters in the streets, the warriors are brave and they make their points. They don't want to be crossed. Only problem is you're pointing your gun in the wrong direction. Your own people. Today, I get up and I read a report about one shot dead in the head and left to lie and breathe his last on the sidewalk. You're pointing at the wrong direction, family. You're pointing at the wrong cause. And there's no effect from that. In fact, it's counterproductive. I'm not saying the man didn't know you something. I'm not saying the man didn't cross you the wrong way. I'm not saying the man might not have earned some type of response from you. But I'm saying now's not the time. I'm saying now's not the time. Whatever justice you meant to uphold, now wasn't the time. You understand? Now is not the time for any black blood to be spilled, or warriors out in the street. Now's not the time. Even if he owed you, even if she crossed you, even if he played you, even if she shaded you, now's not the time. And there's never really a time to shed blood without the justice being implemented by the community at large. You understand? Right now, there's a struggle for black unity. There's a struggle to bring the family together. And the last thing we need is to reduce our ranks. Not just by that man who took the bullet for whatever the reason was. Ain't none of my business. I ain't about that. But when they take you away, that's what I'm concerned about even more. Because you're one of those warriors who take this thing serious. If you ain't afraid to pull a trigger, I have to call it what it is. You gotta be a warrior. You understand? Because you ain't even afraid about the consequences. You understand? But I'm trying to get you hip. We don't need you in there. We don't need you off of the street. We need you on code. So for now, understand that you're pointing your gun in the wrong direction. Fact of the matter is, they're suffering just like you are. How so? Consider the madness of systematic racism spread abroad the black community. Who's responsible for this? How did the struggle come to be? How come it seems as though it will never end? We need to get to the bottom of that. That brother that you shot, that wasn't the bottom. That wasn't the source. That wasn't the cause of your problems. Again, you're angry. You're upset. I dig that. But who's the real enemy? Who's the real enemy? You understand? Who's behind the oppressive conditions you find yourself in? Who's behind the oppressive conditions that man who's now laying on the sidewalk found himself in? What led to the bottom line of you and theirs condition? I can guarantee you that at the end of the day, when you dig into the facts, that wasn't your enemy. That wasn't your enemy. That wasn't your enemy. Come on, let me get this in. So, question again is, who be the ones who have no regard? Who be the ones who have no regard for our being, for our livelihood? Who don't care if our lives matter or not? Who are these? Who are they? Who are those who hate us for simply being who we are? Who are those who will not hesitate to kill us unjustly? You're pointing your gun in the wrong direction. If your brother or sister owes you, yes, they got to pay up. That's yours. That's all you right there. But there's a way. There's a way, brothers and sisters. There's a way. You're pointing your gun in the wrong direction. But recognize that the depth of all of our problems we find ourselves in today is so much deeper. The target of your gun, you're not pointing it in the right direction. The brother that owed you, the sister that crossed you, the one that played you, the one that shaded you, the other one, whatever they did, they are not the cause. They are the cause. They are not the effect of your problem. They're not the bottom line. They're not the reason you're in the conditions you're in right now. So for now, my humble advice, great warriors, nothing but honor and respect. For now, I advise the warriors of the streets, don't put the gun away. Let's go ahead and put it back there where you put it anyway. Keep it there for the time being. Don't pull it out on your brother. Don't pull it out on your sisters. Just keep it right there for the time being. It'll have its use one day. Till then, can we keep the family on one accord? Till then, can we strengthen alliances? Till then, can we establish stronger alliances, new alliances amongst ourselves? Till then, can we move as one? Till then, can we aim in the right direction, not at our own? This needs to be clear cut. There needs to be a clear cut truce out in the streets. There needs to be a truce out in the streets. When it comes to whatever conflict you and him, you and her may have, our differences we have amongst ourselves, we need a truce. We need to call it quits for now. If our own have crossed the line, once unified as a black family, it would be no issue to deal with our own according to our own law, according to our own code. This is another reason why it is important that you stand down when it comes to punishing your own with the gun. You yourself, warrior, brother and sister, you yourself are essential to the ranks of black unity of your own. Everything in existence has an instinctive quality or behavior for self-preservation. Everything in existence has an instinctive ability to protect its own survival, the survival of itself, the survival of its own, the survival of its seeds. Everything in existence has this instinct. The instinct of our own, however, have been dumbed down, and silenced by only our adversary, by the constant deception, the constant manipulation and tactics of our adversary, causing us to see our own as an imminent threat, as our own enemy, causing us to see our own as worthy of a bullet without any hesitation, causing us to see our own as the enemy responsible for the oppressive conditions we find ourselves in. Again, you're pointing your gun in the wrong direction. Our brothers, our sisters are not the root cause for the suffering we find ourselves in. Our brothers, our sisters are not the bottom line for the tyranny we've experienced. Our brothers and our sisters are not the source of the oppressiveness that we find, the loss that we find ourselves in. Our brothers and sisters are not responsible for that. We're the recipients of this pain, of this struggle. So warriors in the streets and those in the deep of the hoods, again, you're pointing your gun in the wrong direction. Counterproductive, decreasing the ranks. Less warriors equals less unified strengths. Less scholars equals less unified strength. When you point your gun at your brother and sister, you decrease your scholars. You decrease your warriors. You decrease your allies every time. Pointing your gun in the wrong direction. You give the enemy free range to capture you and further enslave you with so-called incarceration, and in so doing, removing you from the battlefield. Every warrior counts. Every warrior counts. So stand down when it comes to our own. Stand down when it comes to your black brother and sister. Stand down. Just go ahead and put that to the side right here. Put that on the side. Give that brother and sister for now. Give them some leeway. Yeah, they may owe some justice. No doubt. They may have did something. They may have ran their mouth too much. They may have done something. I don't know. It ain't my business. But go ahead and stand down just for the time being, brothers. Just stand down for the time being, young warriors, brothers and sisters. Stand down just for a minute. Don't put the gun up. Just put it right there by the side. Just put it right there by the side. You don't have to take the bullets out. Just put it right there by the side. You dig? So give them some leeway. Give them a little time. We'll deal with them later once we're unified. Once we're unified, whatever justice is missing out here, once we're unified, once our mind, body, and soul is unified, the unjust, wherever they are, will be properly dealt with. The real cause. On our own, when you shoot our own, you waste bullets, young warrior. Shooting our own, you waste opportunity to build alliances, to build resources, to build strength, to strengthen ties, to unify. You waste opportunity with every bullet that goes into the black man and the black woman. So again, don't aim in the wrong direction. For now, just put the gun up on your side and stand by. You are still a warrior, and we are in a time which calls forth the warriors to stand up wherever you are, to unify wherever you are, exercising your right to legally bear arms, exercising your right to protect and defend yourself from oppression and tyranny, exercising your right to be free from foreign injustice. We're a nation. Those outside of this nation, they're foreigners. And when they come attacking our own, they're violating our rights as an individual and as a nation. We need to make it a code. We need to make it a code that we stand on, black family. We need to make it a code. We need to make it a code that's echoed throughout all the streets, in every hood, in every alley, in every curb, in every club, in every place that we be, in the masjids, in the churches, in the synagogues, wherever we are, wherever the black face puts its foothold. We need to make it a code. We need to make it a common black law. It is forbidden to shoot, to kill one of our own. You must make it forbidden out in these streets. You kill one of our own, you cross the line. And justice has to be upheld once we get this unity thing down pat. You got to make it out there in the streets. It has to be against our law, amongst our people, that it is a violation for anybody to kill one of us. It's a violation for any one of us to kill one of us. Black code. a code we must uphold. Talk to your OGs. Talk to your elders. Talk to your brothers and sisters making moves, calling shots. Talk to them. Manifest this very important black law and emphasizes so much so that anyone violating it will wish they had never violated. Killing one of our own needs to be at the top of our forbidden list, especially while we have a greater enemy amongst us with a much higher kill rate, posing a much greater threat, deceiving, dividing, conquering, murdering. The real enemy has been convicted by the heavens. The real enemy has violated the law of the heavens, has violated universal law, has violated divine law, and soon upon them the heavens are going to respond. You need not worry about that, so long as you remain the strong warriors that you are. You are the warriors who pull no punches to achieve what they want. But that same energy must be redirected and focused to protecting your own. The black unity of the black warrior, the unity of the black scholar, our greatest assets. Many young sisters and brothers are depending on you continuing to be brave for them, depending on your courage to stare the enemy in the face without fear, counting on you to keep the black family safe. Every warrior, every scholar counts. Make sure when you point in the right direction. Bottom line. And if you ain't going to use it in the right direction, put it right here on the side. Put it right here on the side on standby. Bottom line. We must make the code clear when it comes to our own. No killing the black man. No killing the black woman. That's a breaking of a code. So, beloved family, that there is my message to the black warriors and sisters out in the street. Those who don't hold nothing back. Those who are real out there. Those who are running stuff out there, trying to make things happen and striving, struggling, going through it. That's my message to you. Those sitting on the sides, those rolling them, those doing it, those rocking it, those climbing it. This message is for you, black family. So, as I was saying, we got to stop killing our own. We got to stop killing our own. You understand? We're only doing our enemy a favor. We're helping them out. If you're on the side of the enemy, then you're going to keep doing you. My words are going to go through your ear, in one ear and out the other. But if you're about the preservation of your own, if your own children matter to you, if your own mother matter to you, if your own pops matters to you, then make sure that the brothers and sisters across the street matter to you. Make sure that all those, whether you got beef with them or not, whether they're from this one or that one, whether they're rocking this flag or that flag, whatever they're doing, if they got this black on them, make sure you respect that black code. Top 3 black code breakers based upon this discussion. Number 1, most important, at the top, killing one another, killing another black person, code breaker, black code breaker. Number 2, airing another's dirty laundry on social media instead of a face-to-face and in private encounter, code breaker. Number 3, turning your back on any one of us out there striving for the cause of black unity when we find ourselves in a conflict of interest in the hands of the adversary, restricted, or in any case, or in some manner or another, suffering at the hand of the adversary. Top 3 code breakers. Top 3 code breakers. So I wanted to say this. I wanted to express this. That's what was on my chest. Like I said, I get up, I take a look. The things I'm greeted with when it comes to this media is the drama that the negative brothers and sisters want to blast across the internet about one another, and yet they're supposed to be about black unity. The drama of a dead black man, body found on the sidewalk with a bullet to the head. The drama of the pettiness that the black community suffers. The very drama that's the reason why that 45 million of us in the land are not unified. You rock your flags down in Tulsa, but you refuse to be unified. You rock your flags in Louisiana, in California, in New York, wherever we are. You rock your flags, but you refuse to be unified. You got the code on when it comes to the gear, rocking the Hebrew, but you refuse to be unified. You're rocking and donning the bow ties and the suits, proclaiming the nation, but you refuse to be unified. You refuse to be unified. You refuse to be unified. And yet, as you watch, as in your state of refusal, you continue to see our own being murdered, being executed, being annihilated. And all you want to do is rock flags and refuse to be unified, then boast and brag like you did something. But yet, when one of us has something you disagree with, you have no problem with calling them out. You're bold and brave when it comes to chopping down your own. You have no hesitation when it comes to chopping down your own. How come I didn't see that same energy with that man up in that White House? Why don't you got something loud to say about him? Why don't you have something loud to say about these people shooting you down in the street? Talk loud to them. Break them down. Belittle them. Chop them down. Whatever you got to do. Stop chopping down your brothers and sisters. Put the axe away when it comes to your brothers and sisters. Again, you're aiming at the wrong direction if you claim to be about that black unity. That's all there is to it, family. That's all there is to it. You understand? If you're real, black power, black power, black power, peace and blessings. If you're real, but if you're out there on some shady stuff, if you're out there straddling the fence, if you're out there, you don't have a clue. If you don't have a clue, better get in, get to know. But if you're out there acting like you about this, but really you're about something else, go back to that mirror and take a good look, because that's the person you need to be talking to. Because you could be out there, boots on the ground, you understand, in Tulsa and wherever. But if it ain't in here, you just out there. And you just out there for show. You got to be real through and through, mind, body, and soul. This ain't a game. This ain't no kind of tit for tat. Like, ha, I came to Tulsa and you didn't. Almost gives me the reason to believe that was the whole reason why you did it. You didn't go down there for black unity. You went down there so you could have a one-up in your own head. I got a one-up. I went to Tulsa, and he didn't, and she didn't. They didn't go. I'm real. They not because I went to Tulsa. Everybody's got a part to play. Everybody's got a part to play. We are where we need to be. You understand? Everybody's doing what they need to be doing. If they on code, aiming at the wrong direction. Like I said, talk this loud stuff to these folks sitting there shooting us down. Get out there and talk that loud stuff to them. When it comes to talking to us, we need to lift each other up. We need to increase unification. We need to increase the mobilization. We need to increase alliance building. You understand? Stop tearing folks down. You understand? They may have a different operation, but build alliances. Like, okay, y'all doing that. I got you. Y'all doing that. We're going to go over here and do this. Call us if you need any backup. That's alliance building. Call us. We got you if you need any backup. We over here. Just go ahead and get on the bullhorn, the radio, whatever you got to do. We got you. We just got this operation over here. Ain't nobody losing anything like that. You get in your position. You rocking what you rocking. They rocking what they want rocking. But it's still at the bottom line. At the bottom line, at the end of the day, it's black power. It's black unity. Just be black, right? So, wanted to go ahead and again, just remind you, brothers and sisters, that we're in tough times. We're in tough times. I didn't even have the my name thing on here. I do the K.A. Questman, your host. We're in tough times. I want to make sure that one of the things we could do to help encourage each other to stay on code is to make sure we recognize the effort that each one's doing. We recognize the efforts of brothers like Major TV. You understand? Dropping the media, dropping the news, keeping us up to date. You understand? That we recognize those that are keeping the anthems going on, like K Money, keeping the anthems going on, keeping the warrior tunes going on. Same with Boss Man Blake, constantly dropping the inspiration when it comes to keeping the black people on code, keeping the black people rocking it right. We got a Cody Speaks down on the ground, making sure she's getting the inside connects. You understand? Black family doing what they need to be doing out there, staying on code, supporting one another, using their strengths where they know they fit. That's all there is to it, black family. What are you waiting for? We ain't got time to be hating on each other. You wasting time. That 40-something minutes that you used sitting there chopping down a brother, you could have been backed out there on the ground getting something done. You needed to be on the mic. If you on the mic, okay, fine. But use that mic time to be unifying. You wasting time out there, man. That's all I'm saying. You out there wasting time. 45 minutes or whatever that was, running your mouth, chopping another brother or sister down. A waste of time. So, yeah. Major TV's coming on here, I think about 8. So make sure you check him out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's always keeping us up to date with the need to know. Brother Abdul, dude, I'm here just to keep the inspiration going when it comes to this black unification. Give us things to think about. Give us things to reflect on. Soul journey of life. You understand? Medicine for the mind, body, and soul. So, yes, indeed. I'm within the time frame that I planned for. I just wanted to give you an hour of communication. And that hour is nearing its end. Stay on code. If you're in attack mode, make sure you're pointing in the right direction. If you're in attack mode, if you have to be in attack mode, if you must be in attack mode, if you're in a by any means necessary mode, make sure you're pointing in the right direction. That's all I'm saying. And I would top that off by saying our greatest weapon is right here. So make sure this is fully locked and loaded, and make sure it's aimed in the right direction. So, beloved black family, I definitely want to bid everyone peace. Thanks for showing up on this live. I have nothing but great appreciation for the black family. All those that came in, yes, indeed, peace and blessings. Stand strong, stand unified, participate in things that keep you unified. Keep on putting forth the actions and words that increase the unification. And stay on code. Just be black. Black family, I'm Abdul Wadud, founder of Soul Journey of Life. Make sure that we have nothing here in this house right here when it comes to this live, when it comes to this brother, that all we're passing around here is love. That's all we have for one another here. I ain't got nothing to chop. I ain't chopping anybody down. if I do say something that's on the hardcore, it's meant as an admonition, a general admonition for each and every one of us. My axe ain't meant for y'all. You understand? My gun ain't meant for y'all. That's real talk. This gun right here is meant to break down, to brutalize the oppressive opponent, the oppressive enemy. It's meant to break down, to brutalize the oppressive opponent, the oppressive enemy. So I'm gonna go ahead, tune us out. 1 million strong. Stay on code. Stay in love. Make sure you're hugging your children. Make sure you're loving your wife. Make sure the wife, you're loving your husband. Make sure the husband and wife, mother and father, are loving their children. Make sure you're loving Black unity. Make sure you're loving Black power. Make sure you're loving the master of love, the source of love, the one God. Peace and blessings. Abdul Wadud, aka Questman. Salam alaikum. Shalom. Hotep. Peace be with you. Paz sobre vosotros. On and on and on and on it goes. Peace, 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 peace. That's what it's about this way. Last mentions. Gonna go ahead, show you these last mentions like this. For those, if you've been doing it, then you've been doing it. Keep on supporting the Grandmaster J Legal Defense Fund. If you've been doing it, then keep doing it. If you don't know about it, get hip. Start doing it. If you are questioning, just go ahead and do it. It's all about Black power. It's all about Black unity. It's all about standing up for our own. If you'd like to support Soul Journey of Life and the efforts that come forth from this, you can support directly on the Soul Journey of Life platform. Click support the cause, or you can go ahead and go to that Cash App, $ the Light Dome. Much appreciated. Asante Sana.
United Black Comedic Nation. That's the situation.
Black sisters to the right, Black brothers to the left. Marching on cold, Black fist against my chest. Brave, bold, and cold, they be the warriors. Salute to the soldiers, salute to the soldiers. Black unity, Black family. It's time for you and me to start the gathering. Just be Black, unite, we clap Black. Little I can go to stay on cold, gotta have that. NFAC operation, nation is united Black versus all for the pride of the people, breaking the chains of the evil. Devil is death, the wellers, break the energy of in. 100 years of pain, insane, always come to an end. With 1 million strong, come march a million on. Signs of the last day, what you waiting on? Come together, 1 million. We gotta get together, 1 million. We come together, 1 million strong. And it's all water. Come together, 1 million. We gotta get together, 1 million. When we come together, 1 million strong. And it's all water, come together, 1 million. We got to get it together, 1 million. When we come together, 1 million. And it's all why? Every time we want unified to kill a lock of our leaders, cover up our lies, face to the face, knees to the neck, who knew our flesh was worthy of disrespect. No Black men don't die, even if they try, we gotta rise, restore the Black family, strengthen ties, strengthen ties, strengthen ties. Holy Spirit, let not you despair. Remember who you are by the wool of your hair, the bronze of your skin from the head to the feet. 1 million strong Black soldiers in the streets, unbiased to the west, setting in the east. The God of my chest against the mark of the beast. 1 million strong, we All I need is speak. We all we need to come outside is unity. 1 million strong. Come together. 1 million. We gotta get together. 1 million. We come together. 1 million strong. And it's all important. Come together. 1 million. We gotta get together. 1 million. When we come together. 1 million strong. And it's all important. Come together. 1 million. We got to get it together. 1 million. When we come together. 1 million strong. And it's all important.